Security, there is lack of political will.
Beyond the headlines.
Who are the sponsors of insecurity in this country?
From breaking news to everyday conversations, this is where Nigeria's conversations begin. We track the issues shaping Nigeria and the world today. The world is talking, and we're listening. This is Trends on LJE News.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Trends on LJE News, where we bring you the latest and developing stories in Nigeria and, of course, across the globe. My name is Omotola Adeleke. I will not be doing this alone. I have my guest in the studio, Barrister Member. You're welcome to the program.
It's my pleasure to be here. Good morning, Nigerians.
Good morning. All right, we have Esther here with us too. Good morning, Esther.
Good morning.
Faith, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
Don't forget, you can be a part of our growing online community by hitting that follow, like, and share button right now on all social media platforms at LJE News. All right, quickly, let's move on to the stories that we have today. The headlines. Presidential aide urges shoot-on-sight action against vandals targeting federal highways. Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo explains Bible-inspired tattoo as evangelism, not fashion. Kendrick Lamar sweeps big at 2026 Grammys as Nigerian stars miss out. Now let's go to the lead story. Presidential spokesperson Bayo Onanuga has urged security agencies to adopt a shoot-on-sight approach against individuals caught vandalizing public infrastructure. He made the call while reacting to a viral video showing suspected vandals damaging the recent constructed Ibadan-Ilesha-Ife federal highway, where starter bars and shoulder rods were reportedly cut and removed. Onanuga, in a post on his X, formerly known as Twitter, condemned the act and described it as a direct attack on public assets funded with taxpayers' money. Barrister Meme, do we now punish vandalism? Do we now punish people who vandalize, public assets and all that with bullets? While we still have some of our politicians who loot as much as billions of naira go unpunished. Do we?
Well, that is the interpretation of what they choose to rule out. Even the punishment for vandalism is not even death in the first place. So that is to show to you how much they cherish these natural resources, because in the long run they manage these resources. In most cases, they also mismanage the resources for their personal gains. So they can do everything possible, to kill, and just to kill in order for them to enjoy what they are doing. But that is not to say that we should encourage vandalism in the first place. If this kind of order is coming to those who, because you see most of the states that have been ravaged by these bandits are APC control states. So I wish we can also display this kind of energy against the bandits to say, whoever you see
shoot on sight,
then I think we should be winning the war against the bandits.
All right. Faith, do you think shoot on sight against vandalism? Of course, vandalism is frustrating. That is the truth. We've lost billions and trillions of naira in terms of IGR revenue and all that in Nigeria as a result of vandalism. But do you think shoot on sight should be the directive, especially coming out from the government?
I don't believe shoot on sight should be the directive, should be the order being given. Vandalism is a very bad thing to do. But then again, there are other outrageous crimes being committed. And then these people who commit these crimes, they go scot-free, still on our highways, still on our properties. They don't do shoot on sight. So why do shoot on sight on vandalism when there are other ways to address or tackle the issues?
Do you think there should be shoot on sight against corrupt leaders?
If possible, I believe it's an approach.
Esther, do you think there should be shoot on sight against corrupt leaders?
Yes, they should.
Oh, why?
I mean, they are trying to do the same thing to us. You're trying to say that if they caught anyone vandalizing the properties by the government, they should be shot at sight. And you do worse than vandalization. You do, in fact, I'll call it robbery, because you are robbing us. You do everything anybody can think of, and you just roam scot-free.
Because if you're saying These people are destroying public assets. How about some of you who even steal money that are supposed to be used for public assets? Right?
Yes. So definitely they should be shot on sight.
And the vandal should not be shot on sight. Or
If you weigh the crimes,
what is good
there
for
are
the goose
different-
is good for the...
We can do that as well.
But if I do think corrupt leaders should be shot on sight, let me ask you this.
Well, you cannot just that is jungle justice. Even what is being presented by your Anonoga, the presidential aide, what you are saying is carry out jungle justice. Kill without trial. The law presume an offender innocent until contrary. So you cannot just arrest somebody or maybe get someone
without taking them to court.
Shoot, there must be an opportunity for trial. There must be an opportunity for fair hearing. There must be an opportunity.
But if you're saying this, how about the terrorists you called for shoot on sight for? Should there be an opportunity for trial? Should there be an opportunity for whatever you've said right now?
No, you see, the issue of vandalism, you are dealing with people who are carrying out acts against the facilities of government.
And not taking human lives.
Not taking human rights. But in the case of the bandits, what they are doing is taking the lives of others. In the act, these guys act without conscience.
Without remorse.
You can't just compare these two scenarios.
All right. Thank you very much, Barrister. Founder of the David Christian Center and Relationship Coach, Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo, has clarified that his recently unveiled tattoo is a tool for spreading the gospel, not a fashion statement. The tattoo, revealed in a video on his Instagram for his 50th birthday, bears the Roman numerals, John 3:16, representing John 3:16, of course. The video, featuring a voiceover reciting the scripture, quickly went viral, sparking debate over a pastor having a tattoo. Responding on Facebook, Okonkwo said critics missed the main point. The gospel reached millions within 24 hours through social media and blogs. She described the attention as mass evangelism and invited the public to a praise and thanksgiving service at his Lagos church. Esther, do you think our pastors are turning into content creators, or this should be tagged as modern Christianity?
I don't know what you call modern Christianity.
We see a lot of things these days. We see pastors who now make dreads. We see pastors who now dress like music artists on the pulpit.
Now, people serve God differently, right?
Okay.
There are some people that believe that if you dress a certain kind of way, people would be able to draw closer to you and then you lead them to Christ. But in this case, that was not what happened here. This pastor had been in ministry for what now? 20 years.
Over 20 years.
Right. So if he didn't preach that kind of way, why does he believe getting a tattoo right now is going to help him preach the gospel? Because that is what he said he did that for. It's helping him.
Well, is it actually preaching the gospel now, or even drawing controversy?
For now, it's a controversy. But I don't think getting a tattoo is going to help preach the gospel, because if we're going to do this biblically, even in the Bible, right, it said do not draw any inscription on your flesh because your body is the temple of God.
All right.
So he's contradicting the Bible if he's going to draw tattoos and believe that is going to help him draw people to the
Do you
word
think
of God.
tattoos are bad?
I don't think tattoos are bad, personally.
Then why do you think it's bad for a pastor to draw?
Because of the situation he has found himself. He's a leader. He's a pastor. He has followers. He has people looking up to him. Now, if I were to be in his church without tattoos and I'm like, oh, my pastor has a tattoo. Now, I'm not saying tattoo is bad, right? It's very okay. I don't believe in you have tattoos, you're wayward. No, they are good people. They are intellectual people with tattoos, okay? But as a leader, imagine the president with dreads. Or you go to the mosque and then you see the imam on saggy jeans and big boots. What do you think? What comes to your mind?
All right, thank you very much, Esther, for that impactful on faith. Do you think pastors should have as much freedom, in social stuffs like this, like their members?
It all depends on the pastor we're dealing with and their own method of preaching the gospel. For the pastor here, he believed that getting a tattoo on his skin, his own way, or his own new way, apart from the old ways he's been practicing, his own new way of bringing in more people.
Modern Christianity, is that what you're going to call that?
I still don't agree on that term, modern Christianity.
Okay.
There is nothing like modern.
But Christianity was not being practiced this way in the past. There were traditional ways these things were done.
Exactly. There were traditional ways.
Then why stop those traditional ways?
This issue is, I don't know, it's something that has been upcoming. We have multiple translations of the Bible now saying multiple things. This version says this, this version says this. So maybe to him, he found somewhere in the Bible that told him that this is right for him to do. Apart from that, this has turned out to not be an evangelism, but more of a controversy. It's actually arousing discussions around the globe.
Do you have a problem with tattoos, just like I asked her?
I don't have issues with tattoos. I don't see them as bad.
And you don't have issues with pastors having tattoos too?
With that one, I'm not so comfortable with it.
Okay. Barrister Meme, if a man of God who has tattoos come to preach to you, would you take such man of God serious?
Well, it depends on. For me, I would not want to judge a book by its cover.
Okay.
Rather, I would look at the antecedents of the pastor. I'm not the kind of person that randomly visits different churches, because, of course, not many are called, but
a few are chosen, right?
But if you ask me, I would say that there is nothing so much wrong with tattoo. It depends on. I personally, I don't like it. I will never inscript any kind of tattoo, but it now depends on the message you are putting in your skin. If what you are putting is something that appears to amplify the message and the body of Christ, then fine. So it now depends on the message.
So are you saying if Pastor Kingsley now comes to you and say, hey, Barrister Meme, for God so loved the world that he gave his only, and he starts showing you the inscriptions on his hands and all that, you will take such a pastor serious?
Well, not for someone like me. I already know Christ. So I don't need Pastor Kingsley to come and tell me that God so much loved the world.
With the ink on his hands.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about if the ink is, or if the lyrics or the write-up is okay. Are you saying you might take such a pastor serious? He might not be giving your life to Christ. He might be maybe trying to converse with you on Christian matters and all that. And the pastor shows you inscriptions on his hands. Would you, take such conversation serious?
I think when you are preaching the gospel, the reference point is the Bible.
Should be the Bible.
Not your tattoo or whatsoever any other document or you are presenting to your listener or your audience. So for me, Pastor Kingsley is someone that I've followed over the years, and I also like this pattern of his relationship, patterns, and all of those things. So I do not want to judge him based on this. I still believed, and I know so well that he's a focused person. Is someone who has been able to gather the wealth of experience over the years, and for whatever is happening, it might be just you earlier mentioned if this is another way of content creator, but we all know that in this modern world now, almost everyone is a content creator.
Even pastors are becoming content creators.
Whatever you do is a content. Even what we are doing right here is a content. So you also mentioned about the modern day Christianity. Of course, the world is evolving, and you cannot take away the place of technology in today's world. Nowadays, people can connect live and participate in listening and participating
perhaps next year we'll have pastors who wear skinny jeans and 2 chains and big chains on their neck to preach the gospel.
Again, most importantly, there is an expected dress code and kind of behavior
for
that is expected from a leader and for someone who is a clergy, a respected one, and that. So that we must be able to rationalize that in that place to say,
all right.
So the level of dressing that is expected of a man of God, because people want to emulate you, people want to follow up your footsteps and the rest of them.
All right. But quickly, before we go on a short break, I keep asking this question. We say don't judge a book by its cover. Now, I usually tend to disagree a little. If you don't want me to judge you by your cover, then why use that particular cover?
Most times, the cover of a book is
because the first impression they say matters
in the book. You cannot write a book about maybe it's a biography or whatnot, your cover has to be at
That's the first thing.
Even if you
people
want
see.
to put these thumbprints out there now, the thumbprints must carry something that's relating to our conversation, right? We cannot put something entirely different from what's going on here. So I don't really do the don't judge a book by its cover, because most times the cover is telling us parts of what the book contains.
Okay, all right, thank you very much, Esther. We're taking a short break right now, and when we return, we will bring you the latest on some other stories. So, of course, stay with us and keep sharing the stream. We will be right back.
Camera rolling. Light set. Sound check. And action.
Hello everyone, welcome to today's program, a program where we get to talk about the daily affairs of legal issues with intent to educate.
This is the perfect space to create professional quality videos, recording news, podcasts, and all media content. With top-of-the-line cameras, studio lighting, soundproof spaces, we provide everything you need for a seamless shoot. Our fully equipped studio ensures high-quality production every time. Enjoy a comfortable, air-conditioned environment with professional-grade gear and expert support. Contact us now or visit our Abuja location to reserve your spot.
Welcome back. Coming up, we'll take a closer look at some other trends making the round. The 2026 Grammy Awards have concluded with American rapper Kendrick Lamar emerging as the night's biggest winner, taking home 5 awards, including Record of the Year for his collaboration with Caesar and Luther. Major categories were spread across artists as Bad Bunny, who won Album of the Year. Billie Eilish claimed Song of the Year for White Flower, and Olivia Dean was named Best New Artist. The Recording Academy handed out awards across 95 categories, many during the pre-telecast ceremony. Nigerian artists went home empty-handed, with Burna Boy, Davido, Ira Star, Wizkid, and Omale missing out as South Africa's Tyler won the African music category. First of all, Esther, do you think Tyler deserved this award? Because I went through social media, especially X, and people were like, Davido was robbed, Burna Boy was robbed, that when did Tyler start, and stuff like that. Do you think Tyler actually deserved to win against those other people in the same category?
I don't want to go into the when did she start kind of thing, because, you know, if your star is meant to shine, you shine above regardless whenever you started, yesterday, today. But don't
you think wealth of experience, matters, especially in music?
She's been doing this before she came to light. Who knows? No one knows about maybe her background story. Maybe she has been doing this. So that is experience. That too can be termed experience. But then if we're talking about it as deserving, I think she's not.
Why?
If you talk about
Tyler is definitely coming for you.
No sentiments, no vendetta, right? But I think let's be realistic here. Tyler's music is not African. And what was the award again? Africa's what?
Afro, best Afro performance.
Afro has nothing to do with what Tyler brings to the table. She's nothing related to.
You're saying she sounds more like the Westerners and all.
More like that. She doesn't.
But she has this amapiano dance step. Is amapiano not
talking
Afro?
About dance. We're talking about music.
Okay.
Yes. So she's not deserving.
What do you think? You look like a Tyler fan.
I'm not necessarily a Tyler fan.
Okay.
But Tyler is absolutely African, and she did deserve the award.
Why? Do you think her songs relate to African music? We have this cultural percussion and stuff like that.
Tyler has released much music in the few years she's been in the music industry. And a majority of this music she releases, the videos are African curated. The video has...
what's the name of that song? Is it Water? Or Wet or something like that. The other song,
she used to
I watched the video. If you ask me, that was an African like.
All right, tell me this: the music videos we're releasing today in Nigeria by Era Star, Thames, Wizkid. What bases are they using? They are a mix of both African and modern culture, modern Western culture.
Okay.
So saying that Tyler doesn't deserve the award she won last night is absolutely bizarre, because First of all, Grammy nominates artists who are best in a particular category. They don't hand out these awards. These awards are fan-based. They are voted for. People like me, if I was on the Grammy platform and I was meant to vote for a best African performance artist, I'm seeing Davido and Omale, I'm seeing Burna Boy, I'm seeing all of the rest. I would vote Tyler because number one, her recent
You're not a patriotic Nigerian.
I would definitely go for Tyler.
Okay.
Because to me, that is the music that resonated the most to me over the last year. It's not a 1 month something. It's over the year. So this was brought together and this was found out to be the best.
The song Push to Start, Love by Burna Boy, actually came before that song.
Love by Burna Boy is an amazing song.
Okay.
But then again, the fans felt what Tyler released much more than what Burna Boy released. So
Are you sure? Because we've had controversial comment come out to say Grammy is now being politicized. Do you think people actually voted, the people that won these awards?
I have actually voted for an award before. That was last year. This year they didn't have
For Grammy?
Yes.
Ooh.
I have an NBC login
Okay.
and account, so I logged in and I voted. This year I didn't do that. The thing is, I know over the years Grammy has turned out to be controversial, meaning that people who deserve these awards are not being given the awards. They're given to others who may be upcoming artists. So it brings out problems. People are mad at the Grammys presently. But looking at those who won the award last night, Billie Eilish, Kendrick Lamar.
All right. But if you ask me to, there's a particular favorite of mine in that list, and I like the fact that she's there. Olivia Dean. She's been there. I listened to a song about 6 years ago. Man, you're missing a lot if you have not listened to Olivia Dean.
I know Olivia Dean.
Okay. All right. That's it for today's edition of Trends on LJE News. Barrister Meme, you look like a Davido fan. Before we let you go, are you a Davido fan?
Yeah, I actually wish Davido
won the award. All right.
But we can change it.
All right. Thank you very much for coming around.
Thank you.
Esther, I appreciate your comments on the program today.
My pleasure, always.
All right. Faith, thank you very much for your contributions as well.
Thank you very much.
To our viewers and listeners out there, make sure to follow, like, and share at LJE News on all social media platforms. Of course, to always stay with us here on the program and join the conversation ahead of our next show. My name is Omotola Adeleke. See you next time. Bye for now.